Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Friday. Oh my God, it is finally the weekend. We are here, even though this week went kind of quickly. I hope everybody had a great day and a wonderful week. We are finally officially in the weekend. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're in the weekend. That's awesome. Hope everybody's doing okay. Yes, check. And here's another thing. You didn't get a video from me yesterday, which kind of sucks because I wanted to talk about Claim to Fame. However, I didn't watch it on Wednesday night. I was planning on doing it yesterday, and then I felt kind of crummy, so I didn't do it. So I'm here. We're going to recap and rant a little bit about this week's episode of Claim to Fame. I love it so much. So here we go. So the theme, it seemed like the theme of this week's episode was Adam's the worst. And listen, everybody seems to be having a problem with Adam, except for HUD. And we're gonna get into it. A lot of people are having a problem with Adam because he's not doing any of the work to try and figure this out, to try and figure out who anyone's claim to fame is. He's just walking around asking everybody for either to see their clue or to give him information because he's just too dumb to figure this out. I've come to realize that he has no idea of who anyone is. Like when somebody says, I think Naomi could be related to this person. I think so-and-so could be related to this person. He has no idea who that person is, which baffles me because I get not being, that was a mood. Because I get if you're not into pop culture, but I don't know who anybody is. So Dedrick, Shane, and Danny, they're talking about the clues on the clue board. They get around to the movie The Wiz. Dedrick says, oh yeah, I think that is a huge cast. There's like a big cast, and he can't remember everyone who's in it. So off camera, Shane is like, he's not 100% on the fact that Dedrick is related to Michael Jackson. He's thinking maybe it's Randy Jackson because there's a pair of headphones on there, and Randy Jackson is a producer. Meanwhile, the alliance of HUD, Naomi, and Adam are talking. And she tells Adam about how Dedrick had let it slip, and he said, oh yeah, I took the kids to the emergency room. I walked in and they said, you're back again, Mr. Jackson. And Adam says, listen, he couldn't be that transparent. Maybe he's purposely saying this to throw everybody off. I don't think that's the case. I think it was a slip, and I think it was an unintentional slip. I don't think that was planned. And off camera, Naomi talks about how she's getting frustrated with this alliance because the alliance that she has with Adam and HUD was built on the fact that they were going to help each other out to get ahead. But Adam really isn't contributing anything to this. Naomi is giving information, but Adam isn't coming up with anything. So all Adam does is just ask for her information. And he's not coming up with anything at all. So right after that, Adam goes to talk to Danny about getting some information. Danny tells him, hey, listen, I pulled Dedrick's wine bottle clue. He tells him there's a scarecrow on it and that there's a guy that's moonwalking. And he's like, what scarecrow do you know that moonwalks? And he was like, Adam was like, none. Scarecrows don't moonwalk. And he's like, listen. And then he had to spell it out to him and be like, listen, Michael Jackson was in The Wiz. He played the Scarecrow and he moonwalks. And still Adam was like, you mean they called Michael Jackson The Wiz? Was that what they called him? Was that his nickname? Was that what they called him? I didn't know that. He's like, no, So they're talking about this clue, and Adam is like, well, I need you to show me the clue. And Danny's like, I'm not going to show it to you. I just told you everything's on there. You don't need to see the clue. I just told you what's on there. Adam is like, well, if you're not going to show it to me, I don't think it's real then. I just don't believe it's real. You don't have to see it to know what's on it. He told you. Why would Danny be lying about this? I don't see Danny as that type of person. Once again, Adam, I have written here, Adam is terrible at this because he knows nobody. He knows nobody, and he refuses to put in any kind of work whatsoever. Like Nepo baby at its worst. So Dedrick, Naomi, and Danny are talking. And she comes up with a plan that whoever wins pulls Adam's clue. That way, whoever's in the bottom two, they can give the clue to them. Nobody can figure out who he's related to. He's related to Michael Bolton. Naomi says, and off camera, Naomi says that the agreement she has with Adam, it's done because he's done nothing for her. He hasn't helped figure anything out. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Which is absolutely nothing. So the challenge of the week was the interrogation challenge. That's where each player gets hooked up to a lie detector, I believe a lie detector and a heart monitor, at least a heart monitor. And they face questions from their fellow players. The rest of the players, so you're hooked up, and then the rest of the players they feed the Jonas brother a question that they then give to the guy, I think it was Eric Andre, who was playing like the detective who's interrogating him. And so they ask the questions, and then they have to vote on like, was this person lying or were they telling the truth? The Sherlock Holmes of the group, who is able to pick the most lies, gets immunity, wins a clue, and they get time with this CIA agent on how to figure out like information about each one of the housemates, like the heart rate of this person. Who do you think was lying? So listen, it's apparent. The first one up is Mackenzie. It's apparent that nobody has any idea of who she's related to. She wants them to think that her relative was on Broadway. They're asking a lot of questions about that. Dedrick gets up, and it was odd because the question was your relative in The Wiz? He asks, which one was that? And then he says yes. Question, is your relative known for his dance moves? Yes. But then the question was, does your relative have a giraffe? No. Okay. Next up was Shane. Shane's strategy is misdirection, and he's going to answer just quickly. Misdirect it, that way they think it's true. He did pretty good. HUD is next. Naomi knows exactly who he's related to, except she has no idea. because she did not say, when she pulled his, she did not say John Mellencamp. She said that singer from the Runaways that I don't think anybody knows. So she, once again, she knows exactly who he's related to, and this is going to keep her out of the bottom two. Adam tries to get info and answers from Naomi, like, hey, how about if you help me out with this? She says no. He gets pissed. He gets pissed because he's an entitled Nepo baby. He apparently has never had to work for anything, and everything's been given to him. So Adam's next. He's a pretty good liar because his heart rate just does not move. He says his relative is an actor, was in the movie The Internship, was on the TV show Friends. So this makes Mackenzie think he's either related to David Schwimmer or Owen Wilson. She's really leaning towards Owen Wilson. He says his relative did not win a Grammy. Danny doesn't believe anything he says. He did win a Grammy. That was a lie. So Danny is up next. Danny came out and was like, straight out said, I'm gonna lie. So he gets up there, he's hooked up, and I had to laugh when he was like, don't pay attention to the heart monitor, I'm just fat. I was like, he was hilarious. Danny is one of my favorites. Danny and Shane. He says his relative is a wrestler. Shane doesn't believe that. Shane really, truly thinks he's related to Jelly Roll. I don't know if it's just because of the size, maybe? I don't know. But he also says he kind of believes that because there is a container of there's a jar of grape jelly up there on the clue wall. Next we have Naomi. Naomi says how I lie is I put on a mask and I pretend like I have no emotions. She's like, no one knows who I am. She's convinced nobody knows who I am. So the very first question is about the Brat Pack. And the reason why the very first question was about the Brat Pack is because Gracie Lou gave him, I believe, I don't know if this was Shane or if this was HUD. I think it was Shane that she gave it to. So Gracie gave him Naomi's wine clue. And this is how clueless Adam is. And this is why I say he doesn't know anybody. Shane says to all of them in the back, I think her relative has red hair. Adam says, Carrot Top? Because he don't even know what Brat Pack is. He had mentioned it. He's like, I don't know what that is. And it said on there, no, I can't even. So all the questions are very, very specific to Molly Ringwald. And I just have written here, Adam is dumb in all caps. So the winner of the challenge is Shane. The bottom two are HUD and Adam. No doubt on that one with Adam. Before they leave then, Adam blames Naomi for him being in the bottom two because she wouldn't help him out. Don't blame yourself for not doing the work and being stupid. Blame somebody else. Okay, so Mackenzie and Naomi are talking. They're saying, listen, everybody will probably vote for the guesser to be Adam. And he won't vote for you, Naomi, or HUD. And he can't pick Shane. So she's getting nervous about him picking her. I don't think she should be, because she's really going under the radar. I don't think she would pick him. HUD stops by just to campaign to get them to not vote for him, to be guesser. Mackenzie tells him, hey, listen, Naomi has your clue, so she's going to talk to Danny and Dedrick to vote for Adam because she doesn't want to get you out yet. Which, I don't know that she should have said that, because when she said she doesn't want to get you out yet, that basically means that you just told him that she does want to get you out. I mean, that is the game. Everybody wants to get everybody out. Mackenzie said that she will talk to Danny and get some information on Dedrick. See, what she's trying to do is she's trying to get people to look at Dedrick as being the target rather than her. Even if she were to get up there, she would be safe, though. Nobody knows who she's related to. Absolutely nobody. And even if somebody were to know, were to guess country music star, I guarantee they wouldn't say Trace Adkin. Absolutely. I don't think anybody would know Trace Adkin. Naomi says, listen, I want Adam to get up there to be the guesser. I want him to select Dedrick, then say he's related to Randy Jackson, and he gets tossed. HUD is taking all this in. HUD's like upset because she has no allegiance to this alliance, and he needs her out. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Adam's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to manipulate people into voting for HUD. As the guesser. Listen, and his plan is not working. Nobody's buying it. But remember, I just told you like less than a minute ago that HUD's upset that Naomi has no allegiance to the alliance. What's this then? His best bud in the house, is going behind his back, asking everybody who will listen to vote for his good friend HUD to be put up. You tell me that that's not hypocritical. So Adam tells HUD, Dedrick, and Danny, hey, listen, I think I'm going to be the guesser. Then says to Dedrick that he's pretty sure that it's going to be you. Meaning, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to pick you. That's what I got from it. And then he says, you want to tell me who it is? What does this mean? Does this mean, did he really go up to him and was like, can you tell me who you're related to? You know what I would have said if I was Dedrick? I would have said, fuck you, get mad. Do some homework, little boy. Do yourself some homework. Get yourself some brain cells. Because Carrot Top was not in the Brat Pack. Okay? So, Naomi tells... Oh, why was I going to say Naomi tells Naomi she likes Naomi? Mackenzie and Naomi are talking. And Mackenzie's like, hey, why did I really put... Mackenzie tells Naomi she looks like Naomi. So Mackenzie tells Naomi, you look a lot like Molly Ringwald. And listen, Naomi's shit in the bed a little bit. She's like... uh-oh. So Mackenzie tells Naomi that Shane saw her clue. And it says Brat Pack. Once again, shit in a bed. Naomi's like, really? I wish I looked like I wish I looked like Molly Ringwald. I feel like I look more like Rob Lowe. Naomi is in full-on panic mode. She says, Shane is my biggest threat. She has no reason to believe that HUD knows who she is. But listen, and go back to earlier, he was right there when they were talking about it. He overheard them say Molly Ringwald. Naomi is like, I don't think, even if HUD knew, that HUD would tell Adam who he thinks I'm related to. Don't bet too much on that, Naomi. Shane goes into the wine cooler, to the wine room, the winery, the wine cellar, the wine room, and pulls a clue. Now he was like, I could pull Adam, but I don't want to waste it on Adam. So he pulls Mackenzie's clue. It says 6'6" country star. And I couldn't make out the rest of it. He doesn't know. He has no idea. He tells Mackenzie. Mackenzie's scared. Mackenzie is running scared. So she's like, I got to take out Shane as soon as I can. Good luck with that. Adam is talking to the alliance, to the current alliance. We know this isn't going to last for too long. So he's talking to Naomi and HUD. And they're at the clue wall. He says he's leaning towards Randy Jackson for Dedrick. So he goes, talks to Danny to try and get some information. But listen, he's throwing out that fishing line. That fish is not biting. It doesn't matter how many times you can throw it out. Danny gave you all the information he's going to give you, and gave you more information than you even deserve. So he keeps trying to ask him for information. Adam claims then that Danny said that if you're picked as a guesser, I'm going to show you. I'll actually show you the clue. Danny's like, I did not say that. I never said that. He did not. He did not say that. And Adam has to keep saying, roll the tape back, roll the tape back, roll the tape back. You broke your word. I'm going to tell you, I wrote, entitled brat is too stupid to figure shit out. If you don't know who anybody is in the world of celebrities, why did you go on this? You went on this because you wanted the money or because you wanted the exposure for your career. Danny isn't giving him shit, and Adam is pissed off at that. Adam is blaming everyone for the fact that he is where he is and nobody else. He's not blaming himself. He's blaming Naomi. He's blaming Danny. He's blaming everybody. So after Adam talks to Danny, Adam and Naomi and HUD are talking. Adam once again is blaming Naomi for him being in the situation he's in, for him being in the bottom two. Naomi puts it out there, listen, you haven't been doing anything, and I have the one thing that I want to hold on to. And then she mentions, hey, listen, as long as we're going down this path, Adam, what about when you ask me to vote for HUD to be the guesser? So she leaves the room, and they both decide that moment, we're going to put Naomi up. Adam says, but I don't have anything on her. HUD smiles and says, but I do. Okay, so it's time for the guess off. This was no real big surprise that unanimously Adam was picked to be the guesser. Who's he going to target? We know he's going to target Naomi. Everybody else was like, oh, shit, including Dedrick. Dedrick thought it was going to be him. He was probably almost certain it was going to be him. So, gets up there. Joe's brothers say, okay, who is she related to? And he says, looks down at his hand, looks down like this, can't read. And I'm like, is this fool, what did this fool do? Did he black out? What is going on? Did he write his name here on his hand? So as it turns out, because listen, if you can't even remember the name Molly Ringwald, sure enough, this dude wrote it on his wrist because he couldn't remember the name Molly Ringwald. You can't even remember a name? Yeah, so like I said, HUD then, they show HUD talking. HUD gave Adam this information on who Naomi's related to because she broke their alliance and she has his clue. She has HUD's clue, so he needs her gone. So now, wait a second. But so did Adam broke their alliance as well because he was campaigning to have HUD put up. I mean, he wasn't on the up and up. And although I do understand, I understand why he would maybe want to keep Adam over Naomi because Naomi works at things and she's smart. This dude is dumb as a box of rocks, dumber than a box of rocks, okay? That's like offending a box of rocks. So I can understand, I can understand why he would keep her around. It's still shitty. So he finally says, it's Molly Ringwald. And we find out it in fact is Molly Ringwald, who is awesome. And Naomi is Molly Ringwald's cousin. Molly Ringwald's family really kind of raised Naomi because she lived with them. And she says she's great. She's just the best. So that's it. She's gone. But wait a minute, before she leaves, Adam then gives a shout out to HUD for sharing the info. Thanks, buddy. I don't know what I would have done without you if I didn't get that information from you. Straight out. Smart, very smart. Naomi says, it's great. I had a great time. And I'm glad to have met most of you guys. And then when she was leaving, everybody was hugging her. HUD and Adam stayed. They were over here. Everybody's over here. And HUD and Adam stayed over here. Yeah. She didn't even give them a glance. And Shane is pissed because, and Shane had said to HUD, listen, she had your back. HUD doesn't feel bad at all. But he's kind of pissed at Adam put his name out there because now no one's going to trust him. Yeah, you see? See how that went? Next week, the target is squarely on Adam's back, which it should be because this guy, he doesn't do any of the work. He expects everything to be given to him and he's going to turn on you. Everybody eventually is going to turn on everybody else, but at least everybody else is putting in the work. He's doing none of that. He expects to just live in the lap of luxury like a Nepo baby and have everything given to him. He needs to be gone. He needs to be gone. Out of the people that are left, I would like either Shane or Danny to win. Because going into this, my three in any random order, my favorites were Naomi, Shane, and Danny. So either one of those two. That's who I'm looking at. Okay, so in the comments, tell me if you watched what you thought. And listen, it's Friday. And if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. Please take care of one another. Please, 3 things. Number 1, be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, almost gave the wrong finger. Number 2, please be safe. And number 3, if you're somewhere where it's extremely hot, please hydrate often. Stay in the AC if you can. I love you guys. I will definitely see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. What was that? Bye, guys.